Struggling to stay up to date with social media? Do you want to get ahead online? You're in the right place. Welcome to the Public Sector Marketing Show, the podcast for public sector professionals who want to elevate their digital communications. Here's your host, Joanne Sweeney.
Hello and welcome to Season 6 of the Public Sector Marketing Show and Episode 95. 2024 is the year of AI for marketing, isn't it? If 2023 was the year that ChatGPT became mainstream, I think that 2024 will be the year of adaptation to this AI tool and other similar ones. But there's still so much more uncertainty and fear around AI, even though it's part of our everyday lives. And I'm having these conversations in public sector boardrooms. As always, I'm here to help you unpack and rationalize and better understand how you can test and learn AI for marketing and comms. And I'm going to do that right now in this episode. So let's dive in. In today's column, I want you to think about why the communications team should be put in the AI driving seat within government and public sector. This idea was prompted from a conversation with a client a couple of weeks back. And I was asking them, does your agency have an AI use policy to guide how your marketing and comms and social media teams can use it to great effect? And so the conversation evolved, and I thought that rather than another area of the organization driving the AI use discussion, wouldn't it be perfect if the comms team did? So we all use AI every day, from Netflix show recommendations to prompting Alexa, Google searches, but it's the marketing AI assistants that I want to talk about in this show. And here are the reasons that I think marketing and comms are very well placed to drive AI test and learn and to build out their policy and maybe the first AI use policy for your government or public sector agency. Well, firstly, somebody needs to understand the scope of the potential. It is digital transformation in reality, because what you're doing is you're replacing human tasks with technology. Marketers, in my view, and I've got a whole episode coming up about the future of work, but marketers must be AI proficient in order to remain relevant. I understand how difficult it is. Many of you are probably still trying to catch up with how to master social media and all aspects of digital marketing. But let me tell you, AI is not going anywhere. And even governments are ramping up how they are going to legislate for it. So marketers must be AI proficient. So this is a really good way to lead within your agency and to lead out those, building up those skill sets. You can take a test and learn approach within your department. So building out the policy gives you guidance on how you can use it. So then you have the freedom to test and learn. From the test and learn, you can then demonstrate the wins. So in actual fact, you're then building up a use case study for the organization. And within that use case study, I predict that you will have things like, well, how it transformed process. So how we do marketing and comms, how it helped us scale messaging to targeted audiences. And then finally, how it gave us back time, because essentially AI marketing assistants are exactly that. They replace humans. As marketers, we are curious people, and I think with AI, you need to be curious. And that curiosity will help you overcome the fear that you might have, the lack of knowledge. And that's where fear comes from. It comes from a perception, and perception might be, a lack of information, a lack of knowledge. And then finally, as marketers, we are great storytellers, and you can present your case study and tell the story of your wins. So what do you think? Do you think that you in your government agency in comms and marketing can be the first department to devise an AI use policy. Will you test and learn? And will you come back and share that case study with your organization?
Public sector pros, do you want to progress in your career? Are you going for promotion? Do you want to stay ahead of the digital media landscape? We can help you. View our training calendar at publicsectormarketingpros.com.
Now that I've piqued your interest about developing an AI use policy within marketing and comms in your government and public sector agency, the next question is, well, Joanne, how do we write it and what do we include? It's fair to say in 2024, I'm still writing social media use policies for government and public sector, but it's really time that you go the next level and you commit to developing this year an AI use policy. And people always ask me, who else has done this within government and public sector? Where can we look at a similar agency to us and what they've already done? The United Nations is one that I'm pointing clients and students to. They're one of the first public sector agencies to do so. And it's probably no accident because back in 2019, the UN was openly discussing and thinking ahead around AI. So in 2019, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres was speaking at the AI for Good Global Summit in Geneva, and he said, if we are to harness the benefits of artificial intelligence and address the risks, we must all work together, government, industry, academia, and civil society, to develop the frameworks and the systems that enable responsible innovation. He went on to say we must seize the moment in partnership to deliver on the promise of technological advances and harness them for the common good. And that's really important. We are testing and learning for the common good. AI is mainstream, even though if we haven't 100% adapted to it in our agencies. So thinking about your AI use policy for comms, what should go into it? Well, first of all, the policy needs to have a purpose. It needs guiding principles, especially around its ethical use. Specifically relating to marketing and communications, you want to guide teams on what tools can be used as a marketing assistant and how they can be used. So ask yourself, is the policy meant to foster expansive use? Are you promoting a test and learn approach? Or is the policy going to restrict its use? Then you need specific guidance around permissions, access to AI tools on work devices, and then producing marketing and comms material and showing examples of that and producing the SOPs, the standard operating procedures of how you approach and use the various tools. And then finally, you got to ask yourself about governance and oversight. Hi, OpenAI. I'd like to have a conversation with you around ethics and AI, please.
Of course, I'd be happy to discuss ethics and AI with you. What specific aspects of ethics and AI are you interested in exploring?
So specifically, I want to talk about government and public sector in relation to marketing and communications. So how do we need to think about ethics, AI, marketing comms in this sector?
Using AI in government and public sector marketing and communications.
So how do we approach ethics in the first instance?
A good starting point is developing clear guidelines and policies that outline ethical considerations when using AI in government and public sector marketing and communications. These policies should address issues like data privacy, transparency, fairness, and accountability in AI applications.
What else should be included in an AI use policy specifically for marketing and comms?
In addition to addressing data privacy, transparency, fairness, and accountability, an AI use policy for marketing and communications should include guidelines on ethical AI design and deployment, such as avoiding biases, ensuring user consent for data collection, and being transparent about AI's role in decision-making processes.
This sector also has a lot of concerns around the potential misuse of confidential or proprietary information that would be inputted into AI tools. How do we mitigate against these risks?
To mitigate the risks of potential misuse of confidential or proprietary information in AI tools, it's crucial to implement robust data protection measures. This includes encryption of sensitive data, access controls to limit who can access and use the data, regular security audits, and training employees on data privacy and security best practices.
Now, the practical application of such a policy in government or public sector, is scenario-based training a good idea to start this off in order to get use cases?
Yes, scenario-based training is an excellent way to kick off the implementation of an AI use policy in government or the public sector. It allows employees to understand how AI can be applied in real-world situations, identify potential use cases, and learn how to navigate ethical considerations and challenges effectively.
Finally, can I trust the information that you're providing with me, and where did you source that information?
You can trust the information I provide as it's based on a wide range of reputable sources, including research papers, industry best practices, and ethical guidelines related to AI in government and public sector marketing and communications.
Thanks for your help. Have a great day.
You're welcome. If you have any more questions in the future or need further assistance, feel free to reach out. Have a wonderful day.
So AI in marketing is one of the topics that I've introduced into our brand new professional diploma in digital communications for government and public sector. That's now available to take online in your own time on our brand new website. I've also updated our other two signature courses to reflect the changes in the social media landscape. We have the tactical, short social media bootcamp, or you can take the longer accredited program, the professional diploma in social media for government and public sector. So please do check those out on our brand new website, publicsectormarketingpros.com. You'll also find more information on how you can work with me and my team as well. And just to finish up, don't forget that my book, Public Sector Marketing Pro, the updated edition for a post-pandemic world, is available on Amazon. If you take any of the long diploma courses, you get a copy of it as the textbook. And if, like me, you prefer to listen to books, you can catch me on Audible reading the second edition of Public Sector Marketing Pro. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, share it with a pro you know, and I'll see you on the next episode.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share with a public sector pro you know. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast platform or on YouTube. For more free resources, details of our upcoming training courses and consulting options, log on to publicsectormarketingpros.com.